Welcome back. In the last video, I was trying to figure out how the joining worked with the blood because there was so long in between blights that I didn't see how the blood could be good. And so I was wondering maybe the lyrium was keeping it fresh or, whatever. Because I said if you try to compare that to real life scenarios, and of course, this is a game, but, blood doesn't last that long. What I didn't say, because I wasn't sure at the time, was how long it was in between blights. I remember it being a long time, but I wasn't sure how long. So we're about to find out. The fourth blight begins when the archdemon Undral arises just as the Chantry's exalted march against the Treventer Imperium ends. This time, the darkspawn appear in great numbers in the northwest and the northeast and northwestern regions of Thedas. As Antiva is overrun, its entire ruling family slaughtered. Man, that sucks. The darkspawn pour into the free marches and Rivian. Meanwhile, the blight rises in the Anderfels once again, with the capital city of Hosberg coming under siege. Orlais and the Treventer Imperium are attacked by fewer numbers and are able to drive the darkspawn back into the depths of the deep roads. Despite these successes, they send next to no aid to the devastated nations. Now that is messed up. That's messed up. In 520 Exalted, the elven hero Garal leads an army of Great Wardens and Anders to the city of Hosberg and breaks the siege. Now, this is why I wonder why elves are treated like lesser people, because what the elven hero did here was, really good. So somewhere along the way, they came from really, really good to really, really bad, and we'll have to look at that later. But with his fellow wardens from Orlais and the Anderfels, Garal marches into Starkhaven and forms an alliance between the minor kings and Terrans of the Free Marches. Under the banner of the Grey Wardens, this united army marches north, eventually freeing the nation of Antiva from the terror of the Darkspawn in the Battle of the City of Orlais. Orlais. Let's go with that. Not Orlais, Aylay. Ayeslleigh. Anyway, it is here where Garal dies, having personally defeated and slain Andoril in single combat. So obviously elves are awesome for him to single-handedly defeat him, okay? So anyway, yeah, awesome. Okay, so many darkspawn are slaughtered in the fourth blight that it is considered certain that they will never return. This belief is compounded by rulers choosing to tell the people that the blight was forever defeated as a way to restore order, despite the fact that the surface world would not see another blight for 400 years. It is continuously felt underground by the dwarves of Orzammar, a fact that is largely ignored by most except the Grey Wardens. So, okay, your average ordinary person thinks that the blights are over, yada yada yada. Okay, fine, whatever. But the Grey Wardens, because the dwarves being underground, know that they can sense their activity. They can hear or feel whatever their activity. So they know that they're still there. But the main point is that there was 400 years between the fourth blight, the last blight, and the blight that we're at now. So that's why I was saying it makes no sense to me that blood is still good to be able to do that. It makes absolutely no sense. And now I'm wondering who is going to do the joinings now. Now, I have never played where Logain is recruited as a Grey Warden. Matter of fact, I have never played where anybody else other than my character was recruited, and the original joining. I mean, after Duncan dies, was recruited as a Grey Warden. I don't think. Yeah. So that blood once again was passed down to who now? Whatchamacallit has it? Alistair. Now I remember they gave a necklace, which I don't think my tune no longer has, but it was a necklace filled with, I think, the blood from the joining, so that you always had it with you or something like that. But even still, we're talking about 400 years in between the fourth blight and the fifth blight. Now, that's a long time. A very long time. And I don't see how that blood was kept. That's what I was trying to articulate, is that I didn't see how that blood could have been kept fresh like that. Now, supposedly, with the blights, there is a belief that there is a blight for every old god there. If you believe that, there is, or was. There were 7 old gods. We're on the 5th one, so there's only 2 left. So, let's research this a little bit. There were 7 old gods, great winged dragons, that were said to rule over the ancient world. The Chantry maintains that they are responsible for the original sin, that they turned humanity away from its true creator through deceit. Humanity's faith faltered, and thus the Maker turned away from the world, but not before trapping the old gods in eternal prisons beneath the earth as punishment. So, I'm not understanding where the Treventor Imperium comes in, because I thought they created the darkspawn. But, okay. Oh no, a cutscene. Okay, here she is having this recall again. Now, she was in the tower. Now, I know that little fucker. Do I get to kill you now? I really hope I get to kill you. You're spawning magical. And that's another thing they're going to have to explain, is how is this little magic wielding fucker supposed to be able to do this? But anyway, she's in the tower. And I always got the impression that they were showing this, what was happening for the player, while your tune is off in the tower doing whatever. I never thought that this was her having this memory. I don't understand that. I'm going straight for this thing. I said I was going to straight and kill him, and that other thing is probably going to come whoop my patootie. But I am killing this magic wielding fucker right now. I am killing him because I've been itching to kill him for how many episodes now? How many videos that I've been trying to kill this thing? Yeah, I'm killing him. He's dead. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, God, does it feel good to get that little thing. And he just wields magic and then runs. Say what? Okay, people, this is how you complete this. You go straight for the magic wielding little piece of crap, and it kills everything. That was unexpected. So unexpected, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I don't see how she's able to have this memory of something that happened when she wasn't on the field. I don't get that. Okay, anyway, let's go back to, yeah, I thought the Treventor Imperium created the darkspawn, so I must be missing something. So anyway, scholars assume that the old gods must indeed have been real at one point, but most agree that they were likely actual dragons. And see, this is why I was saying I didn't see how Flemeth was able to get the form of a dragon. Now, I know she saw one, or maybe 2, or maybe 5, I mean, God knows how old she is. But Morrigan said that you have to actually study the animal to be able to shape shift into it. How do I get out of here? To shape shift into it. So how did Flemeth do that? You know what I mean? How was she able to do that? Oh no, another cutscene. Oh dear. Oh, are we gonna lay him to rest now? I hope I got all his armor.
Alistair, are you all right?
Oh, they left him here to rot. We need to do something.
Yes, we do. We will burn him.
He was a good man who hoped too much and died too young. He deserves what little honor we can afford to grant him.
But we found out he didn't hope too much because he realized that they weren't going to win. See, that's what I don't understand. He didn't hope too much. He didn't expect to win. So why did he say that? It's like the DLC does not match the original game. And that's probably where I'm getting a lot of my confusion from. So anyway, regardless of the truth, legend maintains that even from their underground prisons, the old gods were able to whisper into the minds of men. And that's how the Grey Wardens are able to, I don't want to say communicate, but sense their presence. And the darkspawn are able to sense the presence of of Grey Wardens. But if what they're saying is true, then that means that there are 2 more blights that will take place before this whole thing ends. I don't know if Dragon Age 3 is going to cover those 2 blights, since each game sort of covers 1 blight. I don't know. Well, actually, wait, let's rephrase. Dragon Age 3 should end the thing because I just read about the 4th. This is the 5th. Dragon Age 2 is the 6th. So Dragon Age 3 would be the 7th. And that should bring an end to it. Please, BioWare, don't mess this up. But do you guys see where I'm talking about? Where the original game doesn't seem to match the downloadable content that's released months after the fact? Because it doesn't make sense that, like Alistair would say, he hoped too much when the thing that sent us here was the guy saying that he didn't believe and we had to get the documents. It makes no sense. So maybe, and I will give credit where credit is due, creating a story this deep and complex, I guess, and working with teams, and maybe not the same team that was working on it originally. Maybe I missed another one. The original, maybe this is where some of this is coming from. I'm not sure, but or maybe it's me that I'm missing stuff because I'm sort of jumping back and forth in between the different ideas or ideals. You know, I didn't start really covering the lore at the beginning of the game. Now I know we're done with this area now, so I will cover the lore more going on so that we're covering it as the story unfolds. But yeah, I'm very curious about that. I love the fact that the game has this deep story, even though some aspects of it aren't making any sense. I went through the same thing with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is very story-driven, more story-driven than action-packed, actually. I mean, from a player does stuff kind of way. It's action-packed story-wise, but in the story, my character, the story starts with him in a car with a police car on his way to jail. And months later, wow, I missed another one. Months later, he is in the position of having to tell the people that he's with surviving this. Wow, really? Another one? Surviving the zombie apocalypse that he had, that he's a felon, a convicted felon. Now, on the first day, the first 24 hours that he meets the little girl that he takes in to, help protect her and help find her parents, he tells her the truth because someone in the group confronted him about it, and she was there. The girl just started yakety 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 yak, and it took no responsibility for the fact that she was talking about this in front of a child, saying that you're a convicted felon, blah 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 blah. So then later on down the road, the game tells me that I need to tell everybody.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
No, but we will, because I'm not bitchy.
Not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yeah, now we're going to have to kill her mother.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Now, this storyline is probably kick-ass.
That is closer to the truth than you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Can't wait to get into the lore on this one, for real. Straight up. Not missing any on this.
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
Which makes no sense, because if she dies, then what? She's gonna have another baby, really? Makes no sense. It's too big of a risk. Don't you think it's too big?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
But of course you do. 'Cause I'm a sucker that way.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Note she said she doesn't think she might be dead.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
So anyway, in this game, the game forgot that I told her this. We were having a conversation like she had no previous knowledge of this. So it happens a lot in games.
Oh, you little...
Stop being whiny, Alistair.
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Whiny. Stop being so whiny.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
See, this is what women do. I loved Alistair the first time, so he wasn't whiny to me then. He was cute. But now I'm out of love, and he's whiny now.
What is your desire?
I need loving. So are you going to tell me
I'm game.
the story now? Ah, it's not there. Why isn't the option there to tell me the freaking story?
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
If I mess this up and I can't get my groove on, oh my god.
What is your desire?
Yeah, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be really, 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 really ticked. I gotta research this. Because it's supposed to be a sign when he tells her to be, that he tells her this. I can't even talk. It's not there. Oh, this is just like that other elf in Dragon Age 2. Ugh. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.